From icy roads in Alaska to towering cranes lifting thousands of tons of steel, these are the most insane and dangerous transport skills in the world. Get ready to witness the jaw-dropping expertise of the best heavy machinery operators on the planet. Imagine driving an 80,000-pound truck on a narrow, treacherous road with nothing but a sheer drop beside you. One wrong move, and you could plunge straight into the abyss. Ice road truckers in Canada and Alaska navigate these extreme conditions, relying on experience and instinct to avoid disaster. They don't just drive, they calculate every turn, feel every shift in weight, and stay hyper-aware of the deadly terrain beneath them. Welcome to the death road in Bolivia, a one-lane, cliff-hugging nightmare with sheer drops of over 2,000 feet. Drivers maneuver massive trucks through blind corners and unpredictable landslides. There are no guardrails, no second chances, just skill, nerves of steel, and pure adrenaline. Picture this. You're hauling over 400,000 pounds of cargo, and the bridge ahead is old, narrow, and barely stable. Heavy load truckers have to distribute weight with extreme precision to prevent a catastrophic collapse. This is engineering meets high-stakes driving. One mistake, and it's game over. Operating a crane isn't just pulling levers. It's a high-risk balancing act. The world's largest cranes lift over 5,000 tons, requiring pinpoint accuracy. Wind, momentum, and physics all play a role. And if an operator miscalculates, let's just say you don't want to be standing underneath. Ever wondered how entire subway systems get built under busy cities? Enter the tunnel boring machine, a 500-foot-long mechanical monster that chews through rock like a beast. Controlling one requires absolute precision, because one wrong adjustment could collapse an entire tunnel. Meet the bell as 75710, an absolute titan of the mining world, capable of carrying 450 tons. These trucks are so huge that regular roads can't handle them. Drivers have to operate from a cockpit 30 feet above the ground, navigating terrain where even a minor misstep can cause a multi-million-dollar disaster. Think moving a couch is hard? Try moving an entire house. Engineers lift entire buildings off their foundations and haul them to new locations using specialized hydraulic trailers. The biggest challenge? Keeping everything level. One tilt, and you've got a disaster on your hands. Imagine piloting a ship the size of 4 football fields through a canal barely wide enough to fit. That's the daily challenge for ship captains navigating the Panama Canal. They have to account for currents, wind, and millimeter-precise turns. One wrong move, and global shipping grinds to a halt. C-5 Galaxy, one of the largest military cargo planes, sometimes lands on makeshift runways shorter than a shopping mall parking lot. Pilots have to hit the brakes at exactly the right moment. Too early, they crash short. Too late, they run out of runway. This is precision flying at its most extreme. Landing a jet on an aircraft carrier isn't just hard, it's borderline insane. Imagine trying to park a speeding car on a tiny moving platform in the middle of the ocean. Except that car is a 20-ton fighter jet going 150 miles per hour. Pilots have to hook onto a steel cable at the perfect moment. Miss it, and they'll be forced to take off again, or worse, crash into the deck. Ever seen a house cruising down the highway? That's no glitch. Some truckers transport loads so massive they take up multiple lanes. Bridges, power lines, sharp turns, everything becomes an obstacle. With teams of spotters and police escorts, these drivers have to be flawless because one wrong move could take out an entire town's electricity. While most people run from tornadoes, these guys chase them. Storm chasers drive straight into the eye of the storm, collecting data while dodging flying debris, downed power lines, and 200-mile-per-hour winds. One wrong turn, and their truck could get sucked into the twister like a toy. The Dakar Rally isn't just a race, it's survival. Drivers push through 5,000 miles of the harshest terrain on Earth, from scorching deserts to jagged mountains. There are no paved roads, no GPS, and if they break down, no pit crews. Just them, their machine, and whatever tools they can carry. Forget speed. Rock crawling is about sheer control. These drivers take their custom-built 4x4s up near vertical cliffs, over boulders the size of cars, and through terrain that looks impossible to cross. One wrong move, and they're flipping straight down a rocky canyon. Imagine driving blindfolded with only sound to guide you. That's what piloting a nuclear submarine is like. These 500-foot-long steel beasts move silently through total darkness, avoiding underwater mountains, enemy ships, and unseen threats. One miscalculation could mean a deadly collision. An oil rig is basically a city in the middle of the ocean, and sometimes they need to move them. But here's the catch. These things weigh hundreds of thousands of tons. Tugboats haul them through unpredictable seas, dodging 50-foot waves and hurricane-force winds. A single miscalculation, and it's a multi-billion-dollar disaster. While everyone else runs from wildfires, these pilots fly straight into the smoke. Air tanker pilots skim the treetops, releasing thousands of gallons of water, dodging flames, power lines, and turbulence so strong it can flip a plane. Miss the drop zone by just a few feet, and the fire keeps raging. Some trains aren't just long, they're a mile long. Freight engineers control locomotives with hundreds of cars, hauling coal, oil, and heavy machinery across mountains, deserts, and frozen tundras. The key? Managing momentum, because stopping takes miles, and one wrong move can cause a massive derailment. This is more than a machine, it's a moving colossus. The Bagger 288 is the largest land vehicle on Earth, standing taller than a 30-story building and stretching longer than 2 football fields. Weighing a staggering 14,000 tons, this bucket wheel excavator can move 240,000 tons of earth per day, the equivalent of digging out an entire football field 30 feet deep every 24 hours. But here's the real challenge: controlling it. Driving the Bagger 288 isn't like operating a normal excavator. It's more like piloting a battleship on land. Operators control multiple moving parts, including a 70-foot-wide rotating wheel with 18 massive buckets, conveyor belts stretching hundreds of feet, and a complex system of hydraulic arms. And the biggest danger? Sinking. This steel giant is so heavy that if the ground isn't perfectly stable, it can literally collapse under its own weight. That's why operators use advanced GPS tracking, ground sensors, and slow, calculated movements to ensure the Bagger moves safely across open terrain. With its incredible size and power, the Bagger 288 is a true engineering masterpiece, shaping the land in ways no other machine can. Imagine climbing 1,000 feet into the sky just to get to work. Tower crane operators don't just control some of the tallest machines on Earth, they have to scale them first. No elevators, no shortcuts, just sheer physical endurance and mental toughness. Once at the top, they maneuver tons of steel and concrete with pinpoint accuracy, often in high winds and extreme weather. One mistake, and an entire skyscraper project could be in jeopardy. These operators don't just lift, they defy gravity every single day. From frozen highways to towering mega machines, these are the most extreme transport skills on the planet, where one wrong move could mean disaster. These operators don't just work, they master the impossible. It's not just strength, it's precision. It's not just skill, it's survival. If you were amazed by these jaw-dropping machines, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which skill impressed you the most? Respect to the experts who make the impossible look easy. Without them, the world wouldn't move. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.